Hello students, today I will teach you surface chemistry, that is chapter 5 of class 12th. So first of all, what is surface chemistry? Surface chemistry is a branch of science in which we study about the processes occurring at the surface. And what is surface? The surface is the boundary that separates two bulk phases, and also surface that is represented by hyphen or slash. For example, surface between solid and liquid, it can be represented by solid dash liquid, or this can be represented by solid dash liquid. And in case of the gases, there is no interface because they are completely miscible. And the topic which is related with the surface chemistry, that is the main terminology, is the adsorption. Adsorption means the molecular species, they accumulates at the surface of a solid or liquid. So this accumulation of the molecular species at the surface of solid or liquid than in the bulk, that is called as adsorption. The molecular species that adsorbed or that concentrates at the surface, that is called as the adsorbate, and the material on which the adsorption takes place, that is called as adsorbent. Here we can see the example, the activated charcoal. In this activated charcoal, the gas molecules are adsorbed. So this activated charcoal, that is called as the adsorbent, because in activated charcoal the gas molecules adsorbed. So this activated charcoal is the adsorbent, and the gas molecules which are adsorbed, they are called as the adsorbent. The examples of the adsorption, the like gases hydrogen, oxygen, etc., if we taken in a vessel, and in this vessel we add the charcoal, it was observed that in the gas container the concentration, it decreases. It is showing that the gas molecules, they adsorbed at the surface of the charcoal. That is, gases are adsorbed at the charcoal. Here also charcoal is the adsorbent and gas molecules, these are adsorbate. So there are various examples. Another examples, you can see that a solution of organic dye. Suppose you have taken the methylene blue and animal charcoal is added, and you will shake this solution. Methylene blue and activated charcoal will take and will shake. You will see that the filtrate, that turns out colorless. It's showing the gas molecules of the dye that accumulates at the surface of the charcoal, that is, these adsorbed. Another example, you can see that the raw sugar, when it is passed over animal charcoal, so it becomes colorless because it adsorbed by the activated charcoal. You also see that the air becomes dry in presence of silica gel because water molecules get adsorbed on the surface of the gel. These are the various examples of adsorption. Next terminology, that is desorption and sorption. Desorption means process of removing the substance which is adsorbed, that is adsorbed substance when removed. So this process is called as desorption. And sorption means it means absorption and adsorption both take place simultaneously. The term is used that is called as sorption. For example, dyes get adsorbed as well as absorbed in the cotton fiber. It means sorption takes place. This is sorption and it is desorption. Desorption means removal of adsorbed substance, that is desorption. What is the main difference between adsorption and absorption? Adsorption is the surface phenomenon. It means the substance is concentrated only at the surface. They do not penetrate throughout the surface. While in case of the absorption, the substance is uniformly distributed throughout the bulk. So you can take an example. Adsorption by taking example of the water vapors. Water vapors are adsorbed by anhydrous calcium chloride but adsorbed by the silica gel. So adsorption is the surface phenomenon while absorption is the bulk phenomenon. You can see in this diagram, adsorption, it means the molecules are present only at the surface. In this second diagram, absorption, molecules, they are present in the bulk. So this is the process of absorption and it is the adsorption. Adsorption and absorption you can also see by this diagram. This is adsorption. In case of adsorption, the molecular species, they are only concentrated at the surface. This is adsorption. They accumulates only at the surface. But in case of the absorption, they are present at the interior. It means it is surface phenomenon, it is the bulk phenomenon. The terms enthalpy, entropy and Gibbs energy during the adsorption. So enthalpy adsorption means that is the enthalpy change which takes place when 1 mole of the adsorbate that adsorb into the surface of the adsorbent. So that is called as enthalpy of adsorption. And it takes place in case of physical as well as chemical adsorption. Enthalpy of adsorption. Enthalpy term, it's always used for mole. This is the enthalpy change taking place for the adsorption of 1 mole of the adsorbent. That is the enthalpy of adsorption. Entropy and Gibbs energy. As we know, when adsorption takes place, then the molecules which are present at the surface. So, in case of the molecules, the freedom of the movements, it becomes restricted. So, randomness decreases. So, randomness decreases, it means entropy also decreases. Entropy means degree of randomness. So, therefore, delta S is negative and both delta S and T delta S, it means T delta S, as well as delta H are negative. Therefore, according to Gibbs free energy change, del G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. The enthalpy of adsorption, it becomes negative value. So delta G becomes also negative. Types of adsorption. Adsorption mainly are of the two types, physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. In the physical adsorption, the force of attraction, that is the weak, while in case of the chemical adsorption, the attractive force of attraction is the strong, that is the chemical bond. They are the main characteristics of the physical adsorption. Physical adsorption, there is no specificity. It means physical adsorption is not the specific. And in case of the physical adsorption, it depends upon the nature of the adsorbent. If the gases are easily liquefiable gases means they having higher critical temperature, they will be easily adsorbed, because in case of the physical adsorption, there is weak van der Waals force of attraction. So if gases are easily liquefiable, then easily adsorbed, as the van der Waals force are stronger near the critical temperature. And next characteristics, that is surface area. So if we increase the surface area, then adsorption will also increases. So extent of adsorption increases with the increase of the surface area of the adsorbent. Physical adsorption is the reversible process. So if we are increasing the pressure, it means volume of the gas. If we are increasing the pressure, volume of the gas decreases. Since adsorption is an exothermic process, so the physical adsorption, it occurs at low temperature and decreases with increasing the temperature according to Le-Chatelier principle. So it is a reversible in nature. The next property, that is the enthalpy of adsorption. Physical adsorption, it is exothermic process, because but its enthalpy of adsorption is very low, because the attraction between the gas molecules and the solid surface is only due to the weak van der Waals force of attraction. Now, main characteristics of the chemisorption. Chemical adsorption is highly specific in nature, and it is irreversible. Chemical adsorption is irreversible in nature, although it is exothermic process, but it occurs at very slow and at low temperature. As the chemical reactions occurs and they form the chemical products. So like chemical reactions, adsorption often increases with the rise of temperature. But the physical adsorption of the gas, they adsorb at the low temperature. Usually high pressure is favorable for the chemical adsorption. Next characteristic, that is the surface area. Surface area, If we are increasing, in case of the chemical adsorption, then adsorption also increases. If we are increasing the surface area of the adsorbent, it also increases. Enthalpy of adsorption, that is high as compared to the physical adsorption, as it involves chemical bond formation. That is the chart showing the difference between physical and chemical adsorption. Physical adsorption, due to the weak van der Waals force of attraction, and in this chemical adsorption, the force of attraction, that is chemical bond, strong chemical bond. And in case of the physical adsorption, enthalpy of adsorption is very low, while in chemical adsorption it is very high. Physical adsorption is reversible and chemical adsorption is the irreversible. Physical adsorption does not require any activation energy, but it requires activation energy, because in chemical adsorption chemical compounds are formed. In the physical adsorption, it takes place at low temperature and it decreases with the increase in temperature, while chemical adsorption first increases with increase in temperature. Physical adsorption is not specific in nature, but it is specific in nature. Physical adsorption, it increases with the increase in surface area. It also increases. It means if we are increasing the surface area, both the adsorption will increases. It forms multimolecular layer, but it forms only unimolecular layer. Now the factors which affecting the adsorption of gas on liquid. There are the various factors: nature of the gas, specific area of the adsorbent, effect of temperature, effect of pressure. These are the various factors, and activation of adsorbent. Nature of the gas. If the gas will be highly liquefiable, such as these are the gases: ammonia, sulfur dioxide, hydrochloride. These are highly liquefiable gas. They are having high critical temperature. So, highly liquefiable gas are adsorbed to a greater extent as compared to these gases. These are the permanent gases. They are having low critical temperature. Okay. So, the gases which can be liquefied, that is mainly determined by its critical temperature. तो critical temperature क्या होता है कि the temperature above which the gas cannot be liquefied. If we are increasing pressure also, but it cannot be liquefied, that is the critical temperature. So if gas is having the higher critical temperature, they can be liquefied more easily, so that will be absorbed on a solid to a greater extent. Here we can see the gases, different gases and their critical temperature. These gases, a volume of adsorbed by 1 gram of the charcoal at 288 Kelvin, and this is the critical temperature. 1 gram of the charcoal, the volume or adsorbed by 1 gram of charcoal, that is given. In case of the ammonia, that is 181 decimeter cube, while in case of hydrogen, that is only 4.7. So these are the highly liquefiable gas. They are having high critical temperature, So extent of adsorption will be higher. Next factor, that is the effect of specific area. Specific area means the area which is available for absorption per gram of the adsorbent. So if specific area increases, then rate of adsorption will also be increases. Temperature. The temperature initially increases till the saturation point is achieved. After the saturation point, a equilibrium is established. You can see adsorption, reversible sign, that is showing at equilibrium, desorption. So we know that heat is evolved during the adsorption. So according to Le Chatelier principle, the adsorption should decrease with increase the temperature. Effect of pressure. If we increase the pressure, increase in the magnitude of the adsorption, but constant temperature. Activation of adsorbent. The adsorption can also be increased by activating the surface of the adsorbent. So this surface can be activated by various methods, that is by adsorbent can be converted into rough surface or by breaking it into small pieces, due to which adsorption can increases. Adsorption isotherm. Adsorption isotherm means at constant temperature. So the variation of the amount of the gas adsorbed by the adsorbent with pressure at constant temperature, that is represented by a graph that is called as adsorption isotherm. The Fringlet adsorption isotherm, it gives the relationship between the quantity of gas adsorbed by unit mass of the solid adsorbent and pressure at a particular temperature, and that can be represented by the formula x by m is equal to Kp 1 by n, where value of n is greater than 1, where x is the mass of the gas adsorbed and m is the mass of adsorbent, p is the pressure, and the relationship is generally represented in the form of this graph. These curves indicate that at a fixed pressure there is decrease in physical adsorption with increase of temperature. That is the adsorption isotherm at constant temperature. Graph x by m versus p. These curves always seem that at saturation point, that is saturation point. So this adsorption, it increases, and when it reaches up to saturation point, then it becomes constant. This Freundlich's adsorption isotherm, we are representing graph x by m versus p. So here see, at the low pressure x by m, it gives nearly straight line. It's a straight line, and when it reaches high pressure, this pressure, it becomes x by m is equal to Kp 0. It means that is become independent to the pressure, and at the intermediate between 0 to 1, that is x by m is equal to Kp 1 by n. One by n if 0, it means x by m become constant. So adsorption is independent to the pressure. If value of 1 by n is 1, then it becomes equal to Kp. So in this case, adsorption varies directly with the pressure. Both the cases supported by experimental value. But the limitation of Freundlich's adsorption isotherm is that it fails at high pressure. If we take the logarithm, then log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 by n log p. So we can plot a graph y is equal to mx plus c. In the y-axis log x by m, x-axis log p, and that is intercept. 1 by n, that is showing the slope. 1 by n. Here this log x by m, y-axis, that is x-axis, and it is the intercept. So if we got a straight line, then it's showing the validity of the Freundlich's adsorption isotherm. Adsorption isobar means at constant pressure. So if we plot a graph x by m versus temperature, that is called as the adsorption isobar. In case of the physical adsorption, x by m, and that is the temperature, it decreases. As the temperature increases, it decreases. While in case of the chemical adsorption, it increases, then it decreases. Because in chemical adsorption, like the chemical reactions, chemical compounds are formed and it required the activation energy. Now adsorption from solution phase. Adsorption from solution phase, it means we take a solution of acetic acid and it is shaken with the charcoal. So we will see that the concentration of acid decreases in the solution. So these are the factors for the adsorption from solution phase in the same case as in the gases. Extent of adsorption decreases with increase in temperature, and extent of adsorption increases with an increase the surface area of the adsorbent. And extent of adsorption depends on the concentration of the solute in solution. And extent of adsorption depends on the nature of the adsorbate and adsorbent. It depends. This Freundlich's adsorption isotherm describes the behavior of adsorption from solution with the difference instead of pressure, concentration of the solution. So x by m is equal to Kc 1 by n, where C is the equilibrium concentration when adsorption is completed. On taking logarithm, which log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 by n log c. That is the equation. If we plot a graph log x by n and c, a straight line is obtained. It's showing the validity of the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So we can also verify experimentally. For verification, we take a solution of different concentration of acetic acid and equal volumes of the acid taken and equal amounts of the charcoal in different flasks. So after some time, we see that the concentration which is determined in each flask, the difference in the initial and final concentration, that gives the value of X adsorbate. So using this above equation, the validity of the Freundlich adsorption can also be established. Now the applications of adsorption. It's having various application adsorption. Production of high vacuum. Due to adsorption, the water vapors, they adsorbed the trace which are present in the air. they can be absorbed by charcoal. So vacuum pump, it becomes very high vacuum. So evacuated by a vacuum pump to give a very high vacuum. Next application, that is gas mask. In coal mines or industries, the workers always use the gas mask. Because in the gas mask it consists of the charcoal which is used in the coal mines. It absorbs the poisonous gases, and it also used for controlling the humidity. Silica gel and alumina gel, they are used for adsorbent for removing the moisture. You also note it when you purchase a new bottle from the market. You can see that a small pouch is present in this bottle. That small pouch that contains the silica gel. Its use is to remove the moisture. And the another application, removal of coloring matter from the solution. It removes the colors of the solution. It also used as heterogeneous catalysis. Hmm. Adsorption of the reactant on the solid surface of the catalyst increases the rate of reaction. It also used for separation of inert gases, because difference in the degree of adsorption of gases by the charcoal. It means different gases have the different capacity of the adsorption. So a mixture of noble gas can be separated by adsorption on coconut charcoal at different temperatures. And it is also used for curing diseases. Large number of drugs, they are used to kill the germs by getting adsorbed on them. It's also used in floating process also. Sulfide ore is concentrated by separating with silica and other earthy matter. We use the pine oil in floating method. Adsorption indicator. It's also used adsorption indicators. So these are the various applications of the adsorption. Mechanism of adsorption. So we all know that at the surface of the adsorbent, molecules are present in unbalanced attractive force, while inside of the adsorbent all the forces acting between the particles, they are mutually balanced, but at the surface they are not balanced. So due to this unbalanced force of the adsorbent, it is responsible for attracting the adsorbed particles on its surface. So the extent of adsorption increases with the increase of the surface area per unit mass of the adsorbent at a given temperature and pressure. Now here are some assignments for you all students. We will solve these questions based on the topic adsorption, absorption, what is the critical temperature, how it is related to adsorption, why are powder substances more effective adsorbed than their crystalline forms, when enthalpy, why the enthalpy of chemiabsorption is more than that of physical adsorption, and give expression for the logarithmic form of Freund-Luck adsorption isotherm. These are the some questions related with the topic, and that's all for today.